Hey guys, welcome back. Episode 2. So we won our first 3 games. Episode 1, we played Bronze 2, Bronze 3, and Silver 1. So we're up to Silver now. I kind of have a better idea of where we are. I've kind of thought it out, and I'm going to try my best to structure this video a little bit better for you guys compared to the last one. So let's give it a try. Let's hop into some more Silver gameplay and see what we're up against today. Okay, so it looks like we got Musty. Probably on the other team. We got V8 Tixagel on my team, so that's cool. So homie's got the kickoff. It's already looking a little speedier now that we're in Silver. We should be able to get like a big smack off on the ball. And yeah, people are looking a little faster. So we probably start using our boost a little more compared to last game. In that scenario where your teammate just dumps it into the corner, go into the net, and you get a lot better chance of saving it. What a lot of people will do is try staying in that corner. That's a little scary that he's not moving already. What a lot of people will try doing is probably stay in that corner. That's the last thing you want to do, because it gives them a lot more opportunities to score on you. This is a good opportunity to kind of use boost a little bit, get some corner boost. You probably can't play off the wall. It's Silver right now, so you want to kind of do your best to cut off shots, block the ball, and let your teammate have it. If your teammate wants the ball, don't fight over it. Don't double commit. Try not to get upset about it. Although it is annoying when you have a teammate that's kind of chasing. If they pump you, don't worry. That was a half flip. I'll explain how to do that afterwards. I probably should have done that. It's very good for recoveries. If your teammate's bumping you, getting in the way, taking the ball, let them have it. Fall back and be the more supportive player. Eventually, that teammate's gonna find a way to score. By kind of fighting over them for that ball, you're giving your opponent an easier way to score. That's the last thing you want to do. It might not be the most conducive to improving your mechanics or your shot accuracy or anything, but it does give you a pretty good opportunity to kind of learn how to be a better assisting player, like more of a playmaker, and it gives you an opportunity to get your defense up. And we have lost Musty. Guys, F's in the comments for Musty. So we got a 1v2. I'm gonna try calling kickoff. He actually respected that. I didn't expect him. I did not expect him to actually respect it. So, what we've learned so far in Silver, the players do respect the kickoff. I should have touched the ball too. I don't know how I missed that. But it'll happen. Like, I think it makes it more realistic, like an actual Silver gameplay for me to mess that up, you know? I'm so in the mind of a Silver, that's why I'm messing that up. So, boost into the ball. I was a little bit late to it. I'll try to give you some kickoff tips on the next kickoff. Still, while you're traveling around, make sure you use flips to your advantage. If you're just starting off, try your best to use like front flips. As you improve, you can start doing more. The ball is pushing back. You kind of use the walls to your advantage as well. It'll take a lot of time to get to that point, but we're gonna let Skrillex pass it up. Not a good touch on my part there. Is his name Skrillex? Skrillex, yeah, Skrillex basically. So we can kind of just boost up to the ball and try to get chip shot. If it goes off the wall, it's not the end of the world. Our teammate should be in a position to get that. He might go for the off the wall, which would be a little bit cheeky from him. You kind of once again get the mid boost. You try and hit it off the wall, see what happens. At a higher rank, you'd probably go off the double, but at Silver, you're not that consistent yet. And like I touched upon last video, notice the use of the ball cam to kind of always be aware of where the ball is while I'm also looking at where the players are. What I might do is down the line, maybe at the higher ranks, I'll get a ooh, he's going for a pinch up in here. I can get the eye tracker so you guys can actually see exactly what I'm looking at. But this is a good opportunity to basically drive the ball in. Good challenge on Skrillex, but just drive back in net, and you should be able to save any shot that comes towards your target. Get some boost, get ready to support your teammate. Because our teammate got a good challenge, it opens up the net, and you're good to go. So like, once again, I'm playing a little bit higher than I should be, I feel, just in terms of consistently touching the ball and my positioning. But notice how I haven't really done anything mechanical. I haven't gone for any flicks, I haven't gone for any like vault air dribbles, anything too fancy. But we're still winning. Same thing. Use your kickoff. Call the kickoff if you can. Oh, it's nuts. He's too good. Skrillex in the kickoffs. It happens. I should have positioned myself in a better spot. Once again, it kind of further goes to show this is some real silver gameplay coming out for me right now. You know, I'm just I'm really really in that mind right now. So go for the ball, boost, and you want to flip it as much towards the middle as possible. One thing that you're probably going to, or that you might misunderstand when you say middle, because I know I did, is I was thinking middle of the ball, like left and right. One thing you also want to be doing is middle of the ball, top and bottom, so the actual direct middle point. And you want to also kind of play that off based off how your opponent is hitting the ball. I'll explain that later on, but for now let's just try back passing and see if our teammate's not ready for that. We don't want to lose this one, so we're going to play a little more careful. Once again, my ball control is a little too high for silver right now, so we're just going to quick challenge, let our teammate get a shot off potentially. Nice off to the corner. Skrillex is probably going to just blast this. I'll be surprised if he keeps it close. You get a chance to just kind of single jump. Nothing fancy, I'm not boosting. Pass it out mid. Teammate should have that. If not, you're still in a good position to kind of get it again. Our teammate might actually pass that mid. Let's see. Nope. Skrillex beat him to the challenge. That was pretty impressive. He lost the ball, so you could just kind of use the wall to your advantage and hope for the best. It didn't bounce the way I wanted it to, but you kind of just catch it off this. Once again, be careful. You kind of want to... oh, there we go. That's a nice silver level flip. Play off your teammate. You can tell right now this guy is not as reliable as like our past teammates have been. So you want to be aware of that and be a little bit more careful in terms of not giving your opponent as much space as possible. You gotta... This guy's more passive. Because of that, we gotta be a little more aggressive. So this should be a good shot opportunity. Teammate might actually end this off right now. I'll be surprised if he gets the angle. Our first overtime of the series. Maybe. Gonna send it, let our teammate do something. No, it's gonna get grounded, guaranteed. Oh, this is risky. Good save, good save. Okay, so I gotta be careful here. Our teammate might not get the kickoff. But because it's a 1v2, he's pretty most likely gonna win it. Let the ball drop, because you're not gonna be too confident off the wall at this rank. Same thing, let the ball drop. And then just kind of boost it in. Let's see. Does that go in? I kind of didn't want that to go in because that was kind of like a little bit of a cheap shot. That was a close one. It's the best thing to do at this point. You kind of cut into the ball, hit it, and hope it goes into the net. I actually wasn't trying to hit that on target. I was trying to hit that a little slower. But that's what happens. Like, if you pepper those shots, eventually one's going to go in. If you spend time in free play doing those, or just over time, you'll get more consistent with hitting those in net. GG. That was most likely, let's say, silver 1, silver 2. Silver 3 already. Okay, so we're actually... Our next game, we should already be in gold, so... Moving up fast. It's kind of... I'm glad that we actually had the opportunity to get a little bit of bronze, a little bit of silver, a little bit of gold. Because one thing I was worried about was that I was going to drop us right into silver. We wouldn't get the opportunity for the lower level games. At least we have a little bit of reference for each game. And I'm kind of getting more of a feel of when someone comes to the chat now and they say, hey, you know, I'm silver, I'm trying to get the gold. What can I focus on? And like I say, just basically just play around your teammate is the best bet. Focus on just hitting the ball and not overcommitting, not giving those opportunities. Because you see, like, we let in two. That was a 1v2 most of the game. It was still close. But I wasn't doing anything fancy, right? If this replay is really glitchy in the background, but you're not necessarily doing anything too fancy, and we're still making it through. So let's move on to game 2. We got Lil Sun, Willie's World, and Pain246. Hope Mr. Payne's doing all right. So we got Willie's World on our team, and we got a Season 2 Bronze Tournament winner on the opposite team, so that's pretty cool. So same thing, drive for the kickoff, and kind of flip into it. Hit the ball as centered as possible, you're usually going to win that. Lil Sun got a really dangerous looking kickoff in that, so we're going to keep an eye on him. Kind of like, when you're challenging the ball, it's called a 50-50, because basically it's either you win or you lose it 50-50. There are things you could do to improve your chances of winning them. That's kind of seeing how the ball is and where your opponent is based on that ball. So if you're too low on the ball, the opponent is jumping high, it's going to go over your car. You're gonna lose that most of the time. I'll see if I can point out some examples as it happens. Ideally, you want to kind of maximize your chances by blocking the ball as much as possible. Picture you're like almost like a box. So the way that cars work is 2 hitboxes, and they're like literal cube rectangular prism 3D setups, right? I gotta show you some graphics of this because I'm just rambling on here. But basically, you have a box and another box, the ball in the middle. You want your box to be his box. Ignore this tips. We're gonna move on. As you can see, I'm not a natural yet. It's gonna take time before this series becomes good. Anyways, we're gonna let Lil Sunless hit the ball. We're gonna smack it up. Just drive and hit it. Our teammate missed. We're gonna try just using our boost to get back. Not the best clear because it opens up an opportunity for this guy to get a shot off, but we should be fine. Our teammate's there. Let our teammate get his opportunity. Stay far post so you could jump across if you need to. Get some pads. Notice I'm low on boost. I want some pads. I could now probably take the possession off my teammate. He didn't like that at all. I wanted to get a bump off there, but I didn't get the opportunity. Our teammate died, so now's a good opportunity to kind of push forward, knowing our teammate's going to be back. And this is kind of, once again, very scoreable at a higher rank. At a silver rank, I want to leave those goals because it's not realistic for... I'm champ and I'll still mess this up sometimes. So this is a good opportunity to kind of just jump and shoot it. Teammate has an opportunity. Don't want to get the double off the wall because I know for a fact I was not able to do that when I was silver, so I want to keep it more realistic. Even that, a little unrealistic to do that drift. But pay attention to those little things that I'm saying are unrealistic and try to make them realistic by like practicing those. Because as you can see, they are super helpful in recoveries and speed and giving you that possession of the ball. Going back to what I said about the big thing, especially at lower ranks, is really working around your teammate because you're not sure what your teammate's capable of. Willie really likes touching the ball, so we're going to let him touch the ball. We're going to let him take the lead and be a little more defensive. And if possible, give him opportunities to go over the ball because he's going to be there. Don't try being the person that follows up and finishes it because it's most likely going to give... It's most likely going to give you a shot. I mean, it's going to get your opponent to shoot in your net and you get scored on. So, Willie's up. We're going to let Willie touch the ball. This is a good opportunity for me to kind of shoot it off the wall, but the opponent got it. Look at the ball here. Try to match it. Match the pace. It's one thing I'd recommend as well. When you're playing Grinder Free Play or doing training packs or just playing the game in general. Oh, no, Willie. When you're playing the game in general, you really want to pay attention to how that little white circle on the ground is. Because that's how close the ball is to the ground. If it's tiny, it's high. If it's big, it's low, and you'll kind of see that. I'm gonna pick up the pace for the next minute here. Try to get a goal here to tie us up. So be a bit more aggressive. So that's gonna go up. This should be easier for us to kind of... Oh, my big whips. Opportunity to kind of drop the ball, get the boost, and just kind of just chip shot it in. So that's not it. As much as that's not too fancy, it is still very fancy because these take a lot of time to kind of understand how a chip shot works. Essentially, what you want to do is yourself passing it to yourself on the ground by rolling it in one direction, slow enough for you to go around and cut it, and then you're gonna chip that in. Same thing with these kickoffs. You kind of want to hit it centered. Get that boost and let your teammate hopefully get a bump, and if not, be behind him so that you could kind of take care of it. Another big thing for silvers, and I think this is actually gold 1 now, so we are starting to pick it up pretty fast, is learning your recoveries, right? I should have mentioned this earlier, but make sure you go into your statics, make sure you have air roll mapped, which I believe it is mapped now in by default if you're a free-to-play player. I'm not sure what the default mapping is, just determine that. Essentially what air roll is, when you jump in the air, you kind of control the tilt and roll of your car. And by doing that, you can make sure you land on your wheels. I believe it is mapped to power slide. So your drift button is essentially the same button as your roll button. So when you drift and you land, this is going to be a risky one. This is a good counterattack opportunity. Both of them pushed up, so you could just kind of roll the ball in. I'm going to let it go up the wall. I don't want to directly end it. I want to give an opportunity for Willie to finish it off. Okay, Willie couldn't finish it off. This is going to drop. We're going to go overtime again. Second overtime of the series already, guys. Okay. Same thing. Kickoff going to be extra careful here. because you know Willie's not going to be too much of a defensive player, so you don't want to let yourself get scored on. Hopefully he gets it clear, get back for that support. Willie should send it out for a pass or a shot potentially. Willie kind of has, I think he's going to end it off right now. Oh, come on, Willie. Yo, he's nuts. Shout out Willie's World with the carrying us through that OT, man. He's insane. Okay, so that was good. That was a good game. Once again, what saved us that game was the chip shot to get us to overtime. The reason why we even had to get that chip shot was probably because I was being too passive and not committing enough. And that's just because I am like really trying to limit myself. And the goal of this series was I mentioned it on stream a bunch of times, but what I was really aiming for was to kind of find out how much you can rely on teammates from that bronze level to that grand champ level. Because a lot of people will blame their teammates, and I've done it myself as well. And I'm trying to see, like, if you're really playing and really working around your teammates, what can you do as a bare minimum, letting your teammates do most of the work, while you're still working on those playmaking abilities, those offensive opportunities when they come up, those defensive opportunities. So you're not essentially doing nothing, but you're being more of a support player instead of the more main player. And I think it still is super valuable to kind of be able to do both of those things. Anyway, so those are the 2 games. Episode 2 is complete, because I want to keep it to around 15 minutes per episode. So the forfeits, I'll make sure it goes longer for this one because we had the overtime and this is a little bit longer. So, like always, if you guys can, drop some comments below. Let me know how I can improve this. If you guys liked it, if you disliked it, some other ideas if you want some more videos in the future. And drop a like, drop a comment, subscribe, trying to hit 1,000 subs. And if you guys like my Twitch, if you guys like watching live streams or want to see more of my content where I can interact with you guys directly in chat, make sure to drop a follow on my Twitch. Onto my Twitch. It's gonna all be in the description below, guys. So for now, see you guys next time. Peace out.